guys, good day and welcome back to my channel. On today's episode, I'll be cutting this trending style that is on the screen, and this is a crepe material, but on the style Ankara was used to make that dress. But on this video, I'll be using this material to create the style. So first off, I would cut out the pant trouser before cutting out the blouse. So the first thing I'll do is to fold my material into two. I'll fold my material into two, and right here I have my chalk, my scissors, my tape rule, and the basic body measurement. So the short is an high waist short. It will be starting from the tummy area, not below the tummy, on the waistline. It will be starting from the waistline on the tummy area. That's like 2 to 3 inches after your under bust. So to take the measurement, I would be taking first off, what I do is to take the hip measurement. The hip measurement is 42. If I divide 42 by 4, I'm going to be having 10.5 inches. So I'll come right here and I will take my 10.5, and also the tile measurement is 29, which is 11 29, which is 14.5 inches. So I'll first take my 14.5 over here. Then if I had about extra 2 inches or extra 3 inches allowance, I still have few space. So I'm just going to be moving this backward like this. So I'll take the tile measurement again, which is 14.5, and if I'm adding extra 3 inches allowance, I am good to go. So the first thing I will do right here is to take the length of the short. For the length of the short, I will be working with about 25 inches for now, which I am still going to cut out before hemming the trouser, the short. So I'll just go ahead to take my 25 inches, or I'll come up by 27. I'll go ahead to chalk out my 27 inches for the length. Then over here, I will take my hip measurement, which is 10.5. This is my 10.5 plus 1.5 inch. I'll come right here and also take I'll come down by the same 10.5. 10.5. This is 10.5. Because it's going to be having a band, I'll have to come up here again. So I'll come up here and add extra 3 inches. On this side, I am going to also take the 10.5 plus 1.5 inches. So this is the hip line. I will take my 10.5 as well. And I'm going to take the towel measurement, which is 14.5. And from this 10.5 plus 1.5 inches, I'm going to be connecting this to this 14.5. So I'm just going to connect the dots together like this. Now on this 14.5 inches, I'm going to be adding extra 2 inches allowance. So if I measure from here, I'm having 16 and a half. I'll come right here and also take my 16 and a half inches. I'm going to cut it out. So I'll come over here and I'll take the waist measurement. Our waist should be 9 inches, 9 inches plus 1 extra inch, which is 10. So from this 10 inch, I'm going to connect all the way to the hip line. So from this side, I'll just connect like this. Then I'm going to be opening this side. So I'm having something like this. Go over to cut the back side. So from here, I'll come up here by 1 inch. So from here, I'm just going to cut to the side. And I'm going to be taking about 1.5 inch, or let's say 2 inches. You can go ahead to add your pockets if you want to, and every other thing. But on this one, I'll be adding a pocket. I'll be adding a drawstring on the waistline and also an elastic band. So the next thing now is to cut the top. This is what I have left. The next thing is to measure the shoulder. And shoulder is 16, that's about 8 inches. So I'm just going to take 16 over here. You see what I'm doing? Then from the shoulder to the sleeve, that's about, let me do 15. I might likely cut that out later. So I'm just going to take in, let me make it 17 for now. So I'm just going to take in 17 inches. Now on these 17 inches, I'll come down by I'll come down by 11 inches. From these 11 inches, I'll connect. Now I'm going to be taking the bodies over. Let me do, this one looks very long. Let me do 15 inches. Then I'll come down by 11 inches. I'll connect. And I'm going to take in our full body's measurement. Our full body measurement is, the round bust is 42. So 42, that's about 11 and a half. 11 and a half plus extra 5 inches allowance. This is what I am going to be adding. So from this 5 inches, I'm going to connect to the sleeve line. Then I'm also going to take the same 11 and a half. 42 will give me 11 and a half, right? 10 and a half rather. But let me just use the 11 and a half. Then I'm going to be adding extra 5 inches. So I'm going to connect all the way down. After connecting, the next thing is to cut it out. So I'll come here and I'll take the neck measurement. So for the neck, I'll be using, let's use 2 inches. Or let me use 3 inches for the neck. 3 inches by 1. So I'm going to cut this out. Then I'm going to give my shoulder slope. I'll first open the shoulder. Okay, so I'll trim out this shoulder. Okay, so after taking the neck measurement, I'll remove one side from it. I'll remove this side, and I'm going to be left with something like this one. So the next thing now is to open it up. I'm going to be opening this up by 3 inches. Then I'm also going to measure it, and I'm going to be using about 22 inches. So I'm going to cut this out first off. Then I'm going to cut this out. So this is what I have. So guys, that's all for this amazing tutorial. With the cutting of this video, I hope you'll be able to join the materials together to achieve something like this or even better. You can try this out and give me your response or your feedback in the comment section. I would like to know. Now, if you've watched up to this extent, do not forget to subscribe to my channel to join the team and see more of my amazing tutorials. Also give this video a thumbs up and every of my videos that you come across, and also share this video. Thank you guys, and see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.